Today on Forbes, vibe coding turned this Swedish AI unicorn into the fastest growing software startup ever. Oscar Munk av Rosenskuld never planned to be in show business. But over a fika, or coffee break in Stockholm, Sweden, a film producer friend pitched him on a startup idea, a marketplace to match films with financiers, helping European movie makers with the never-ending task of raising money. Often such ideas never escape the talking stage, but just a few months later, FrameSage was live and had booked its first $50,000 in revenue, thanks to a new AI coding tool, Lovable, that Munk av Rosenskuld used to build the company's plumbing in just 10 days. Munk av Rosenskuld was working as a project manager at a pharma company by day and had never coded before outside of school. He says, quote, "You feel like you have the magic key to build software. This has saved us tens of thousands of dollars on developers and around 4 months' work." Munk av Rosenskuld isn't the only young founder to have fallen for Lovable, Sweden's new AI unicorn. In June alone, around 750,000 projects, apps, websites, entire businesses, were built, hosted, and launched with a handful of descriptive sentences and a few clicks on Lovable. This isn't like the clunky website builders of yesteryear, responsible for zillions of personal sites, nor are they sketches or wireframes that might look cool but aren't functional. Lovable projects, spun up in minutes thanks to generative AI, are actual working products with features ranging from email newsletters to payments via Stripe. Malmö, Sweden-based Jaleel Miles, who built his restaurant management startup, Quicktables, in just 2 months on Lovable, says, quote, "I was shown Lovable and knew what I was going to do for the coming years." He has booked over $120,000 in sales from the site since May. Lovable has become the fastest growing software startup in history, reaching $100 million in subscription revenue on an annualized basis in just 8 months since its launch last November, eclipsing other rocket ships like Israeli cloud security startup Wiz and San Francisco-based HR platform Deal. Wiz hit the same benchmark in 18 months, and Deal hit the same benchmark in just under 2 years. Co-founder and CEO Anton Usika, who is 34 years old, started Lovable in September 2023. He says, quote, "Humans are builders at heart, but being able to write code or having access to capital has been the defining part of being able to build software. Now we are entering a new era." It's not just scrappy young founders who are building on Lovable. Rio de Janeiro-based Q Concursos has about 200 staff helping Brazilian students prepare for college and civil service exams. CEO Caio Moretti says he used Lovable to spin up a new premium version of its app in just 2 weeks. It made over $3 million in its first 48 hours. He says, quote, "If we were coding on our legacy platform, it would have taken us a year to build a new product." It was a pickleball tournament tracking app that did it for Excel partner Ben Fletcher. The London-based investor built the gadget on Lovable in a weekend, then spun up a tool that helps Excel sift through startup sales data. He's now leading a $200 million round in the Swedish startup, which values the 45-person company at $1.8 billion. Its co-founder's estimated 50% stake is jointly worth $900 million. Usika says, quote, "We see Lovable as an opinionated CTO that builds your product for you." Usika himself has even started writing his own small checks into Lovable's most promising projects. The $200 million round, on top of the $23 million it raised previously, should help Lovable fend off competition from well-funded Bay Area rivals like Replit, which last raised $97 million at a $1.2 billion valuation, and StackBlitz, which raised $105 million in January and is on this year's Forbes Next Billion-Dollar Startups list. But it's not just other upstarts Lovable needs to worry about. AI giants OpenAI and Google, whose Fire-based studio can build apps and websites from prompts in simple English, are also interested in the so-called vibe coding market. For full coverage, check out Ian Martin's piece on Forbes.com. This is Kieran Meadows from Forbes. Thanks for tuning in.